Yeah, Glenn, the Tin Caps coming back like they had never left. Man, did it feel good to be back inside Parkview Field for the first time in over 600 days. The goal is pretty simple. When a football player graduates from high school, they want to take their talents immediately to college. But sometimes life gets in the way. A man that needs a little introduction up here in Fort Wayne, already a 1A and 2A state champion. Blackhawk Christian's Caleb First being named this year's Indiana's Mr. Basketball. And Indiana Tech is ready to strike again. You've heard of the game horse, right? Well, this is called NECC. We've got seniors on this side, underclassmen on this side. Whoever's the first to make the other team spell out NECC, that's your winner.
All right, Colton, what's up?
Hey, Kaitor. Yeah, coming up in sports, the Comets are going for 5 in a row tonight inside the jungle. Meanwhile, the Tin Caps can make this the best start this team has seen since 2011 with a win tonight. Highlights and more coming up after the break. Now 5 games into the season, the Tin Caps playing hardball in High A. Off to the team's best start since 2013. With a win tonight, Fort Wayne can claim its hottest opening record in 10 seasons. It's never easy losing a loved one, especially during the holidays. After much anticipation, a new wave of Fort Wayne sports is finally here. It was a year ago that Fort Wayne FC was set to make the team's debut, but COVID pushing that back, that is, until now.
And your champion with a time of 15:55 from Angola, Isaiah Sturry.
In the last 12 months, he's run 3,000 miles, which is essentially about 60 miles a week for the last 12 months.
With the help of a coach, an unmatched determination, and time to test limits during stay-at-home orders earlier this year, Angola junior Isaiah Sturry emerging as one of the state's and nation's best high school distance runners.
The angle that we took, both of us, was the more miles that he can put in March through July, the better he's going to have a peak for state, for cross country.
He told me if you push yourself, you really can do somewhere, and I followed his plan, and now it seems like it's working, so I'm really excited where that's going to go.
Mile split National Runner of the Week, USA's Track and Field Runner of the Month, and even breaking national records for times at races. What Sturry's been able to accomplish just in his 3rd year of high school is remarkable.
The accolades, it's hard to keep up with, you know, and the times, and he just keeps breaking school records like every time he goes out there, it seems like.
I mean, it's awesome. I'm so happy and great, but I mean, I'm not satisfied, I could say. I want to do better, and I just want to improve.
While Sturry reaps the benefits of the sport he loves now, his story starts in Ethiopia with the childhood of one hardship after another.
When my mother was still alive, it was great, really awesome. I was treated with the best and respect, but after that, I mean, everything did change.
Born in a small countryside village in Ethiopia, Sturry's biological dad leaving him at birth and his mom passing away unexpectedly left him without a family in search of a place to call home, so he tried living with his stepfather.
I wasn't very respected. I wasn't wanted because I wasn't his own child. I was nothing, basically.
For a while, Sturry bouncing around from relative to relative, at some point getting mistreated or beaten everywhere he went.
It was an awful time, and I've cried so much. Now these days, I can't even cry anymore.
Sturry eventually found his way back to his sister's house, and it was there that they decided the best place for him would be an orphanage.
My sister put me in a great place to be, and then now I'm really here.
But how did he wind up over 7,500 miles away from Ethiopia to a small town in northeast Indiana? Well, that's where the Sturrys of Angola come in.
Everyone wants to adopt the little babies. And so they had these older orphans that they just wanted to try to get put into homes.
The Sturrys giving it a shot. First hosting Isaiah for 4 weeks under the strict condition that adoption was not to be mentioned.
In case something came up, you know, between then and the adoption process completing, they didn't want us to say anything to them about adoption. So, but he called us mom and dad.
Moving into a new country and learning a new language. There was reason to be nervous, but Isaiah was just happy someone wanted to love him as much as he wanted to be loved.
The translator in Ethiopia at the orphanage told us that he kept asking, like, when's mom and dad coming back to get me? When's mom and dad coming back to get me?
It's just been quite a journey for me, and I'm just so blessed that God has been there for me. And so even at my lowest point, he was there, and right now he's been there.
God has truly blessed us because Isaiah is definitely a gift.
Given plenty of reason to put his life in Ethiopia in the past, the runner instead embracing his culture.
I don't want to forget my childhood because that's what really brought me to be here today. And without my childhood, really, I wouldn't be who I am because I wouldn't be as strong and as motivated.
And that's why he's going to be great, because he's taken the talent that he's been given, but he's going to maximize it with his work ethic and his mental toughness. He has that rare gift that as a coach I can't teach, that mental toughness.
Since a young shepherd in Ethiopia, Sturi's always dreamed big, so it's no surprise as to where he wants his running career to take him.
My dream is someday to be an Olympian.
Do I think we'll see him on TV someday run in the Olympics? I do. In his late 20s, if he stays motivated, stays healthy, and just keeps that same incredible personality he has right now and love for the sport of running.
In the marathon of life, Sturi keeping great pace. For Wayne 15 Sports, I'm Colton Howard.